بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. Chapter number 44 says باب توقير العلماء والكبار وأهل الفضل وتقديمهم على غيرهم ورفع مجالسهم وإظهار مرتبتهم. Chapter 44 says respecting the learned scholars of Islam and elders and seniors and the people of virtue, and giving them precedence and putting them before others, and giving a great deal of respect to their sittings and their circles, and manifesting their status. Just tawqir al-ulama'i wal-kibar is respecting and venerating the learned scholars of Islam, elders and seniors, wa ahl al-fadli, and people who have a virtue, people that have an excellence, people that have done things for Islam and for the Muslims, people that have established things, people that have proceeded, people that have laid down foundations, people that are virtuous people, noble people. وَتَقْدِيمِهِمْ عَلَى غَيْرِهِمْ, and giving them status and respect before others. وَرَفْعِ مَجَالِسِهِمْ, and elevating their sittings and their circles, to visit them, to sit with them, to listen to them, to take their advice, not to revile them, not to speak negative of them, etc. وَإِظْهَارِ مَرْتَبَتِهِمْ, and to show their status. Let it be something which is known. Let it be something which is known. As far as the first concept of respecting the learned scholars of Islam, then alhamdulillah we've explained this in detail in our explanation of 40 hadith on seeking knowledge, and many other places as well, many other lessons and lectures as well, but specifically in that playlist you can find the explanation of the status of the learned ulama in al-Islam, of the learned ulama in al-Islam, their virtue and their status. And their virtue and their status being based off of one thing and one thing only. And that is that Allah Azza wa Jalla has chosen them, He has selected them to teach them His words and the words of His Prophet. And as long as they have learnt those words, they've learnt the knowledge, they bear the knowledge, they act upon the knowledge, they teach that knowledge, then that is why they're loved, respected, trusted, followed, etc. And the moment someone has knowledge and they don't implement it, they don't act upon it, they don't behave accordingly, then obviously they're going to lose out on that virtue. And a person who has knowledge but behaves ignorantly or sinfully is worse than someone who doesn't have knowledge. Is worse than someone who doesn't have knowledge. Okay, the donkey and the mule is no blame upon the animal. It's a mule. It's a dumb animal. It's not a smart animal. It's a stubborn animal. But the horse that refuses to move, the horse that refuses to jump and walk and strut and stride, the horse that refuses to do what it's supposed to do when its owner and master needs it to do it, is going to be blanked, because it's a different animal. That horse has a high level of intelligence, more speed, more agility. It's supposed to know what to do. It's been trained, but it refuses except to do the exact opposite. So the mule is never blanked, the donkey is never blanked. It's a donkey. What can you do? It's a donkey. But a horse, it's a different story. So someone who has knowledge and doesn't act accordingly is going to be worse than someone who's ignorant from the get-go. It says, wal kibar, people that are older, Muslims, men and women, and just general respect for anyone who is older, even if they're not Muslim. General respect, and not the special respect and treatment of a Muslim who's older. Holding the door for someone, picking up something off the floor for someone, helping someone find a direction. You're in a supermarket, it's an old lady trying to reach for a loaf of bread or a can of tuna fish, you get it for her. Things like this. Alright? And not allowing anyone to harm or hurt or to annoy older people, seniors. خيرا إن شاء الله. قال الله تعالى قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. Allah says, was translated to mean, say Muhammad, are those who know and those who know not equal? It is only men of understanding and intelligence who reflect. Are those who have the knowledge and those who have the knowledge not, are they the same? It is only men who have understanding and intellect who can reflect upon this reality. So this verse clearly establishes the virtue of those who know over those who do not know by a rhetorical question. Are they equal? Of course they aren't equal. In any aspect or sphere of life, is a scientist equal to someone who is a basic laborer? It's different. There's a huge difference there. وعن أبي مسعود عقبة بن عمرو البدري الأنصاري رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يؤم القوم أقرأهم لكتاب الله فإن كانوا في القراءة سواء فأعلمهم بالسنة فإن كانوا في السنة سواء فأقدمهم هجرة فإن كانوا في الهجرة سواء فأقدمهم سنا ولا يؤمن الرجل في سلطانه ولا يقعد في بيته على تكريمته إلا بإذنه رواه مسلم. وفي رواية له فأقدمهم سلما بدل سنا أي إسلاما. وفي رواية يؤم القوم أقرأهم لكتاب الله وأقدمهم قراءة فإن كانت قراءتهم سواء فيؤمهم أقدمهم هجرة فإن كانوا في الهجرة سواء فليؤمهم أكبرهم سنا. والمراد بسلطانه محل ولايته أو الموضع الذي يختص به وتكريمته بفتح التاء وكسر الراء هي ما ينفرد به من فراش وسرير ونحوهما. Narrated Abu Mas'ud al-Badri radiallahu anhu, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the one who can recite the book of Allah the best should lead the people in the prayer. And if the people are equal in recitation, then those who have the most knowledge of the Sunnah, who knows the most hadiths. And if they're equal in the knowledge of hadith, then those who have made hijrah first, those who have the most seniority in leaving Mecca or other places to go to Medina. If they have the same status of the seniority in hijrah, then those who are oldest, those who are older. And he says here, and no man is to lead another man in his home unless he gives him his permission. And no man is to sit in the special place unless he receives permission. He's not to sit in the special place in your home unless you give him the permission. And this hadith is collected by Imam Muslim. And there are other versions of this hadith with regards to, instead of those who are oldest, aqdamuhum silman, those who accepted Islam first, those who have seniority in al-Islam. So this hadith shows us the virtue and the status of knowing the Quran, and how the Quran reciters and those who have fiqh of the deen, they take precedence. They come first. Not age, not this, not tribe, not lineage, not skin complexion, not height, not weight, not tribe, but knowledge comes first. And also from the things which are considered for the imam is age. So hypothetically speaking, we have a young imam and an older imam, and they're equal in knowledge. The older imam should take precedence. If they're not of same caliber of ilm, then the young imam is to take precedence. Wahakada, there is a way of deducing who gets the higher status. And this hadith also goes to show us basic etiquette of sitting in someone's home. In our modern times, the takrima would be the place where you're planning to sit, or your favorite sofa, or your love seat, or your cushion on the floor that you always sit at, and your cat comes up to you, or your kids play with you and sit in your lap there, your wife brings you your food there. The place where you love to sit. And it may not be the best place in the house, but it's your specific place that you like to sit. No one can just come and sit there without your permission. And from the etiquette that we learn from this hadith is that when you enter someone's home, you should ask where they would like you to sit. They invite you into the living room, instead of just sitting down and plopping down, where would you like me to sit? That's all, sit anywhere, no problem. But at least show that respect and that humility, because he may not feel comfortable with you sitting there. The sofa may be broken, or you may have an angle to see something that he doesn't want you to see. It may be behind where you can see the curtain in the kitchen where his wife and daughter is, or he may have a pack of cigarettes somewhere, or a hookah pipe, something that he doesn't want you to see behind the sofa, and you see that. You understand this? So you have to be mindful of the fiqh of sitting in someone's home. So it can never ever hurt to say, where would you like me to sit at? He says, sit right there. And not just barge in and sit in someone's special place. Then there are many cultures and societies in which this is applied, even those who aren't Muslim. No one would just come and sit anywhere and sit upon a person's special place. So let's say, for example, in jail. If you know someone that's been in jail and been in jail for some time, it's a general principle that you never ever sit on someone's bed, period. Unless they give you specific instruction. You go in a brother's hotel room or brother's house and you just sit on someone's bed. That's a huge no-no and a major means of disrespect, and it can lead to all other types of dangerous things. You just don't do that. You don't sit on someone's bed unless they give you your permission. And many brothers, they come into your hotel room, they sit here, they sit there, they go through this, Brothers that go through people's phones, it's very rude. You don't do that. That's someone's sacred, private stuff. You do not interfere with that person's personal space, period. So this shows us a place of sitting, and those are some of the wisdoms. And also shows us the concept of discretion, privacy, respect, and not being nosy in al-Islam. Digging and investigating someone's personal affairs. You don't know what a person is going through. You don't know what they're trying to hide from you. They're trying to practice righteousness. They have a flaw or a fault in their house. Or it could be something dirty. Or it could be a rodent or a bug. Or it could be anything embarrassing. And they may not have the time to move it. And you just sit anywhere and look anywhere, and you've embarrassed that brother. Alright, so the Prophet ﷺ, he taught us how to avoid these collisions. How to avoid embarrassing moments, and to respect someone's private space, and to respect someone's private discretion. And it doesn't have to be something haram. Basic discretion. It's none of your business where I'm going. It's none of your business what's in my house. It doesn't mean that it's haram, it doesn't mean it's a secret, but it's not your business. And vice versa. Unless I myself say, go ahead, Fadl, I need to use your phone. Go ahead, sure. Open up my browser. Go ahead. Go to my keypad. And if that's not the case, you ask permission. Can I open your phone? Can I use your phone? You're looking for something. Can I open up your browser? I need to send a text message. He may get a message from his wife. Maybe something pertaining to husband or wife, that's not haram. Anything. It's just unbefitting. And many brothers, as we said, what? They violate that. Allahul Musta'an. Next hadith. وعنه قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يمسح مناكبنا في الصلاة ويقول استووا ولا تختلفوا فتختلف قلوبكم ليلني منكم أولو الأحلام والنهى ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم راه مسلم. قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليلني هو بتخفيف النون وليس قبلها ياء، وروي بتشديد النون مع ياء قبلها، والنهى العقول، وأولو الأحلام هم البالغون، وقيل أهل الحلم والفضل. Also narrated by Abu Mas'ud al-Badri radiyallahu anhu, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, كان يمسح مناكبنا, he would touch our shoulders, he would brush our shoulders, meaning when they were in the line, and he would say to them, istaw, stand straight and do not be crooked. وَلَا تَخْتَلِفُوا, do not differ. Your foot, your toes, your shoulder, everyone should be equal, should be adjacent, parallel. Do not differ lest your hearts will become separated. Do not differ lest your hearts will be separated. And then he would say, let the men of understanding and knowledge be right behind me. Let the men of understanding and knowledge be behind me. Let the men of maturity and mental ripeness be in the front row. Let those people be right behind me, then those who come after, then those who come after. And this hadith has been collected by Imam Muslim. He says, An-nuha al-uqul, intellect. Wa ulul ahlam, al-balighun, those who are of age. And others say, Ahlul hilmi, the people of forbearance and virtue. I.e., the hadith proves that the knowledgeable people, the virtuous people, they should have first dibs on the front row. They should come first. They should be behind the imam. If it's a mistake, or if it's not a mistake, or whatever the case may be. It could be a mistake in a recitation. It could be something that the imam forgets in a recitation. Or it could be a mistake in the actual fiqh of the salah itself. I'm confused which rak'ah. I'm confused with sujood sahu. Someone who's behind me, you may make a gesture, or whatever the case, according to some ulamas, actually speak in the salah and instruct the person what to do. As far as for someone who's heedless or ignorant or doesn't know, then the imam is going to remain in confusion. I understand this? And obviously those who come first on the front row, they deserve the front row. You can't just get someone and kick someone out of their space. But some scholars say that if it's someone who's young, then they should not be on the front row. That's a discussion which we don't wish to mention right now. Al-Muhim, this hadith shows the importance of straightening the rows. And the danger, of not straightening the rows. And that is not a small, simple thing, nor is it just a recommended thing. It's obligatory to straighten the rows and to close the gaps, because the unity of the Muslims is obligatory and the hearts being unified is obligatory. Moving forward, khairan inshallah, there are many other hadith that the author mentions with regards to the virtue of the people of the Quran and the virtue of those who are old, those who have seniority, those who are older, so on and so forth. This is the summary of the chapter, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows best.